Good morning, my honorable audience. Hope we are all in good condition and healthy as well. I'm Tisha Andriana from School Business and Management, Bandung Institute of Technology. In this given opportunity, I want to present my deck about the effect of UT collection UNIQLO co-branding strategy toward customer repurchase intention. This presentation consists of 5 parts. There are introduction, literature review, research methodology, data analysis, and conclusion and recommendation. So we will begin with the introduction part. So this research is motivated by the existence of competitiveness between fast fashion brands such as Zara, UNIQLO, H&M, where the fast fashion market growth driven by the increasing of youth population and their preference for affordable fast fashion clothing according to Fast Fashion Market Report 2022. Because of that, several fast fashion brands carry out the brand development by using collaborative branding strategy, a form of brand alliances where 2 or more brands collaborate and form a partnership. UNIQLO, as one of fast fashion brand, has implemented this strategy through their product line, namely UT Collection. Several their collections, such as UNIQLO X Cows, UNIQLO X BTS, has experienced surge in purchase. And in 2021, UNIQLO released their new UT collaboration with famous anime Jujutsu Kaisen, a Japanese serial anime that has best-selling comic book award in month of January 2021 in Indonesia, according to Level Comics under LX Media. So as stated before, that UNIQLO X Cows collaboration has experienced surge in purchase in 2019, and the phenomena of surge in purchase happened again in UNIQLO collaboration with Jujutsu Kaisen on 1st June 2021. This co-branding strategy has successfully attracted public and Jujutsu Kaisen fans enthusiasts. So to collect further data, this research conducted a preliminary research with 75 respondents to see customer product opinion toward UT collection product. 85% of the respondents interest and has bought the UNIQLO UT collection Jujutsu Kaisen. However, most of the respondents state that they bought the product because they are fans of Jujutsu Kaisen series and follow the hype by collecting the collaboration apparel. The respondent opinion likely to have a repurchase intention if only they know about the collab partner. It is justified by the preliminary study that the respondents state if there are no specific collaboration that they know, they don't necessarily want to buy UNIQLO product. So according to Keller 2013, co-branding allow both business to establish more compelling point of differentiation that resulting in a greater sales from the existing target market as well as new opportunity with the new customer. Nevertheless, according to preliminary result, it is still uncertain whether the market created by UT Collection X Jujutsu Kaisen collaboration will lead to repurchase intention behavior toward another UNIQLO product line and enter into the overall UNIQLO market. Hence, a gap in search in purchase resulted by the co-branding market penetration toward the brand market UNIQLO as a whole that turned into repurchase intention behavior will be analyzed in this study. So based on that, this research provide 3 research questions. That is to analyze the effect of variable that predicted by UNIQLO co-branding strategy with the customer repurchase intention toward the brand, to determine variable that significantly affect and to determine the final recommendation for the related industry. This research conducted to people who live in Indonesia with specific criteria to women and men that has been purchased UNIQLO UT collection X Jujutsu Kaisen or at least one UT series. And the time will be conducted from September 2021 until July 2022. And the next one is about literature review. So this research using for total 6 variables, there are co-branding, need for uniqueness, customer perception of self-congruence, brand preference, satisfaction, and repurchase intention. This framework was chosen and developed based on the previous study with 8 main journal reference. Based on the conceptual framework before, there are total 8 hypothesis development. And the next one, we will discuss about research methodology. So this research will use a mixed method approach by carrying out a survey as the method for the quantitative data collection and in-depth interview as the method for the qualitative data. In brief, this research will conduct for the qualitative data collection in order to gain more in-depth insight from customer that has experienced UNIQLO UT collection and to adjust for additional variable based on the interview. That will be validated through quantitative approach with questionnaire survey method. The detail will be explained on the next slide. For the qualitative approach will be conducted by semi-structured interview in order to allow participants to elaborate as much as they want on the information they want to explain. And the respondent criteria will be domiciled at Jabodetabek and Bandung with age range 18 until 24 years old. With specific criteria, an Indonesian people who had bought Jujutsu Kaisen X UNIQLO UT collection or at least one UT collection series. With specific criteria needed, the purposive sampling technique will be conducted and the data analysis will be using coding and the validation will be using triangulation approach. And for the quantitative approach will be conducted by online questionnaire method using Google Form and the respondent criteria will be domiciled at Jabodetabek and Bandung with age range 18 until 24 and 25 until 40 years old. And the criteria is Indonesian people who had bought Jujutsu Kaisen at UNIQLO UT collection or at least one UT. The sampling technique will be using purposive sampling and the data analysis will be using PLSM. And the next one is about data analysis. So based on the interview result, there are 3 findings that will become an added variable. There are brand image. It is how the customer opinion about UNIQLO image as big fast fashion brand. The second one is appearance perception. It is likely focused on the design quality and who the character anime who is appear will consider the customer to buy. And the last one is price perception. It is focused about the pricing since the product were considered as official merchandise. And all variable and the added one are triangulated by interview result, ethnography, and literature review. And here are for the updated framework. And this is for respondent profile and behavioral. This quantitative approach using for 270 respondents from the questionnaire. The majority of the respondents are female and the majority of the age are from 18 until 24 years old. Most of the respondents are students and the big 3 of the respondent domicile are from outside Jabodetabek, Jakarta, and Bandung, Indonesia. And all the respondents know about UT collection. And this segmentation are based on UNIQLO segmentation by Vintel and Morimura study. And this is for descriptive analysis result. And from this analysis result, the highest mean score were resulted by the co-branding 12. It means that the most of respondents highly agree with the statement of the co-branded UNIQLO X Jujutsu Kaisen should have an acceptable standard for quality is indicator to consider their purchase in co-branding. While the lowest mean score resulted by need for uniqueness 1, it means that the most respondents highly agree with that the statement I stop wearing fashion when they become popular with the general public is not defined their type of uniqueness. And this is for the statistical analysis and insight. So after doing several steps of reliability and validity tests and removing several auto-loading, the hypothesis testing resulted 3 hypotheses rejected. The first one is hypothesis 3, the second one is hypothesis 5, and the last is hypothesis 11. And this is for the mediation variable result. And all the variable consider as partial. Last one is about conclusion and recommendation. So for the conclusion, this study is answering the research question number 1. How is the variable that predicted by UNIQLO co-branding strategy affect customer repurchase intention toward the brand? It is through 3 variables, mainly consumer perception of self-congruence, brand preference, and satisfaction. And for the research question number 2, what is the variable that predicted by UNIQLO co-branding strategy that significantly affect the repurchase intention? Based on the qualitative and quantitative statistic result, the satisfaction is variable that has significant and positively affect toward the repurchase intention. And the last one is, what is the recommendation of its strategy toward the related industry? It is to implement the collaborative branding with considering improve the collaborative branding product quality, consistency, aesthetical value, pricing, and licensing. And last one is about recommendation. And there are 3 recommendations for future research. The first one is the future research might use for another variable which might have bigger effect toward the repurchase intention. The second one is to prioritize and make limitation for variable indicator to simplify the respondent to answer. And the last one is to expand the variance in age and wider coverage scope in Indonesia. And for the implication of the study, there are practical and theoretical. And for the implication of practical can be used as an insight for fashion brand or industry related regarding the strategy that can build attention from both parent brand, gain exposure, and resulting high selling performance. And last one is theoretical implication. It can contribute to brand marketing strategy by defining the factor that positively affect co-branding toward repurchase intention from customer perspective. And that's all presentation from me. Thank you.